Do you want to lower your mortgage payment without refinancing? There's a little known strategy called a mortgage recast. And the cool part about a recast is it can save you tens of thousands of dollars on interest to help free up your monthly cash flow, especially if you just sold another home, if you got a big bonus from work, or if you just inherited a big chunk of cash. So today I'm going to break down what a mortgage recast is and when it makes sense with real examples. But first, my name is Jeremy. I am the investor's secret weapon. I am a first-time homebuyer's biologist. Biology with B-U-Y. And I help empower realtors, all to make better financial decisions, whether you're buying your home for the first time, whether you're buying an additional home, buying an investment property, or stacking on extra properties to your portfolio. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the video. So now, what is a mortgage recast? So a mortgage recast is simply when you take a lump sum payment and you pay down a chunk of the outstanding principal on your current loan. And then the lender is going to take that chunk of principal that you paid, they're going to recalculate your monthly payment based on the new lower balance. Now here's the key. You are not refinancing. The interest rate and the loan term, they both stay the same. You're just paying down principal and reducing your monthly payment in the process. So you can think of it like hitting the reset button on your mortgage payment. So how is recasting different than refinancing? So with a recast, you're going to keep the same loan. You're not changing the term. You're not going to get another different interest rate, whether that's higher or lower, depending on your current interest rate. But now your monthly payment drops because your overall balance got lower. So think of it like recast, lower payment. Term and rate stay the same. Refinance, brand new loan. You're going to extend the loan term to whatever the loan term is that you might fetch at the time that you refinance, and that's usually a 30-year fixed. I mean, it's a whole new loan entirely. Now, the best part is there's no credit check. There are no expensive closing costs. There's no new appraisal. There's no extra junk fees. This is usually a $250 to maybe a $500 fee that you pay. That's it. When exactly does a recast make the most sense? But first, if you like these videos, please hit that like button. And if you really, really like these videos, please click subscribe. I'd be honored to have you along for the ride. And it is my pledge to you to keep putting out content that will help your investment strategies. It'll help your home purchase strategies and overall help you create wealth through real estate over time. So it makes the most sense when you've received a lump sum of change, a lump sum of money. You've gotten a bonus, you've gotten a proceeds, you've gotten a wire or a check from a title company for a property you may have just sold. It makes a lot of sense when you want to lower your monthly payment, but you don't want to touch your existing interest rate. Because if if you have a low interest rate, if you have a 3% interest rate right now in mid 2025, those rates were offered in 2020 and 2021. You may not want to touch that rate, right? You don't want to raise your payment. So refinancing to pull extra equity out of your home, while you might want to do that just to get that extra equity in the form of capital to use for whatever you might want to use it for, recasting could be a much better option, even though you leave that equity in place, because now you can lower your payment, which for investors means you could increase your cash flow substantially. But also as a regular homeowner, where this is your primary home, well, now your mortgage payment is much lower, which means your income, even if it's the same, has more leverage. You have more power with your active income at that point. So a recast example, let's do one with real numbers, okay? So let's say you bought a home for $500,000 and you put $20,000 down. So you have a current outstanding loan amount of $400,000. And let's just say for simple numbers here that your mortgage payment is $2,500 per month. Now, after you buy this property, 1 year later, you sell an investment property and you have an extra $100,000 from the sale of this other property that you want to apply to your current mortgage. So you would request a recast. Now this is all done through the loan servicer. So whoever is servicing your loan, wherever you get your monthly statements from, you're going to contact that loan servicer and you're going to ask, do you offer a recast? Now if they do, bonus, then you can take that $100,000. You might pay a small fee to the loan servicer, and the time frame to complete this from beginning to end, it could take about 30 to 60 days. But again, remember, there's no other fees here. So you'll pay $250, $350, maybe $500 to the loan servicer. They'll ask a few questions. You might have to fill out a document or two. And then when they complete the recast process, like I'm fishing, I don't know what that is, your payment now drops from $2,500 to around $1,875 per month without refinancing whatsoever. So if you're 1 year into your loan, you bought this a year ago now, and your 29 years remaining on your current loan term, you're still gonna have 29 years remaining. They're not gonna touch the term whatsoever. And you also freed up more than $600 per month in cash flow. Or if this is your primary home, you now have $600 more per month to work with, whether that's to buy another property, whether that's to put an extra $600 towards your retirement funds or any other wealth creation vehicle that you might have. So now this is real money here. You're gonna have an extra $600 per month. That's $7,200 per year that you can put toward whatever you want. Now, I know what you're thinking. Recasting sounds amazing. And if you have extra change, you might look at this as a viable option depending on what outstanding mortgages you have. And this can be an amazing tool, but not all loans or not all lenders allow this. Here's a few things to know about that. So first, it's usually available on conventional loans. These are loans where it is a Fannie Mae loan or a Freddie Mac loan, for example. They are not currently available with government loans like FHA. They're not currently available with government loans. So government loans include VA loans, FHA loans, and USDA loans would be good examples there. Now, the second thing is they're gonna require some sort of lump sum payment, okay? So if you have $1,000 or $2,700 from an inheritance or something like that, that likely might not be enough. A lot of lenders are gonna look for amounts like $5,000 for a minimum amount to put forth for your recast. Some lenders want $10,000. Another thing to think about is they may limit how many recasts you can do over a certain amount of time or for the length of the loan. You might only be able to do this once. You might even be able to do this twice. You have to check with the lender and your loan servicer. And I mentioned this earlier, but another thing to note is that you're gonna have a small administrative fee. Now, this just pays the servicer to do the tasks that you're asking them to do. It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of processing power on their end. But like I said, this is a very minimal fee. Generally, it's less than $500. And lastly, this is something you have to initiate. There is not going to be a statement or an email or an automated text or an automated phone call coming in that says, hey, would you like to recast now? You have to go out and initiate this on your own. And a lot of times there's not a whole lot of paperwork involved or information available to you from the lender or loan servicer to describe how recasts work. And one more thing, again, this does not shorten your term. It just lowers your payment. Who should consider a recast for their mortgage? A mortgage recast is perfect if you've come into some cash and you want to create more cash flow, for example, an investment property. Second thing is if you've got a great interest rate and you don't want to lose it, recast could work for you. Now, if you're planning to hold the property long term, this is a great idea. And the fourth thing is if you have an extra area in your life, like I mentioned earlier, where you want to put these extra cash flow dollars every month into, this would be ideal. And the first things that come to mind are, gosh, where can I build some wealth? Well, maybe I'll put it into 401k. Maybe I'll put it into a Roth IRA or traditional IRA. Maybe I'll put it into some other sort of investment vehicle to generate a higher rate of return than the amount that I would be spending to have that principal attached to the mortgage that's in place. And recasting is not for you if you're trying to lower your term or change any of the other features of the loan other than your balance and your payment. And also, unfortunately, if you're currently in a loan right now and you contact your servicer or your mortgage company and you inquire about a recast, sometimes they might say, yeah, that's not an option here. So you'll definitely want to make an inquiry if this interests you to determine what your loan servicer has available for you in the way of a recast. So if you've recently made or are thinking about making a large lump sum payment, or if you're considering refinancing and you're not really too concerned about what the current mortgage rates are, but you have a big chunk of money that you want to apply towards your mortgage payment, it's worth checking out whether a recast is available and whether it's a good option for you. Now, I've helped a lot of clients explore recasting with their current lenders and loan servicers. Some of them were able to do so. Some of them realized, oh wait, my current servicer doesn't allow a recast. But in any event, I can help you figure out if this is a good fit for you and whether your lender allows it. So you can drop a comment or you can book a call or message me directly and I can kind of walk you through that. Reach out anytime. Hey, thanks so much for watching this one. Really appreciate you tuning in. If this video was clear on how a mortgage recast works and if it's a good fit for you or not, give it a like, hit a subscribe button, and check out my other videos on smart mortgage tactics to help create wealth and build long-term wealth, to help create wealth and build long-term wealth and get the wealth and do the wealth and get all the wealth. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one.